So my answer was no, they do not wear uniforms, and yes, you can. They do take food to schools. Although it depends, right? Hi yo, it's Million here. Welcome back to my channel, Nigeria Immigrants Living in Canada. If you are new here, welcome. Please do not forget to click on the subscribe button so you can get our weekly videos and also join our beautiful family in growing. Remember our last video, I made mention of this family currently in Nigeria, and they're planning on migrating to Canada. So they just wanted to, ask questions to know how the system is working, especially because they have kids. So last week I answered one question, and today will be for another question that they asked. So they were like, for the schools, do the kids, do they wear uniforms? And also, do they take food to school or not? I won't be talking about that alone. I will also be talking a little bit about the school system. Everyone that is maybe interested can also learn from this. So first, we have different type of schools. We have the daycare. Actually, daycare is I'll also include it as part of schools because it depends on what the parents maybe they are doing, especially if they are working parents. They might need somewhere to maybe put their kids for that time they won't be available. So daycare is from birth actually, but it depends. You can maybe start from 3 weeks when your baby is 3 weeks old. Depends on what you want. It depends on how free or how busy you are. But yeah, from 3 weeks you can start up to when they are 4, when your child turns 4. Daycare, it is not free. Daycare, you have to make a payment, but most daycare they accept subsidies, which is government subsidy. So government subsidy is kind of an assistance that is being given to parents in paying their children's daycare. How it's being calculated, I'm not going to elaborate on that today, but it's basically your annual income is being calculated, and the government of Canada, they do the calculations and they tell you, okay, this is how much the full payment. That is if you're qualified, because there are some parents that actually make more money. They might not be qualified, but if you're qualified, they'll let you know, and they'll also let you know how much you'll be making, or rather how much payments you'll be making for your child. So basically there is assistance for that. So there is no need for you to be scared about that, right? Okay, when your child is 3 years in the daycare, they move them to pre-nursery. So basically pre-nursery is preparing your child for kindergarten, because when they are 4, they get promoted to kindergarten. So kindergarten is like, let's say in Nigeria, because this couple, they're in Nigeria, right? So I'll also be using Nigeria as an example. So let's say in Nigeria, KG1, it's like beginning of school in Nigeria, for example, and kids start when they are 3 years old. But here in Canada is when they are 4 years, they start kindergarten. So from daycare, when they are 3, they move them to pre-nursery. Pre-nursery is a class that prepares the kids for kindergarten. Basically what they do there, they teach them maybe how to take care of themselves, how to potty train, how to wear their jackets, their shoes, by themselves, and also teach them other basic things they will need for their kindergarten. And when they are 4, they will do the graduation and all of that, because they are being promoted to the next stage. And you take your child out from the daycare to like a normal proper school. So for our school systems, we have the public schools and we have the private schools. So for public schools, they don't wear uniforms, right? And you take food. And also, I remembered something about the food. I'm going to go back to the daycare because I just remembered something. I didn't talk about the food. When your child is in daycare, when they are less than a year old, you take their food with them to daycare, like the milk, right? What you feed them with, their formula. You take it along with your child to the daycare. But as soon they turn 1, no more food. You do not have to bother yourself taking food to daycare with your child. The daycare provides food for them because they don't want, they feel maybe other kids might have allergy to some food, so they prefer them feeding your child at the daycare. So there's no need for you taking food along with your child from 1 year old. For the kindergarten, when they turn 4, then you take your child to a proper school where they start kindergarten. When they are 4, we have elementary school. Elementary school is when they are from 5 years old to 12 years old. And we have the middle school. Middle school is basically from 13 years to 15 years old. And then we have the high school. High school is from 15 years to 18 years old. And then we have the post-secondary school, which is like the colleges, university. So colleges and university are kind of higher education, and we won't be talking about that today. Remember I mentioned we have public schools and private schools. So public schools are free. You don't have to make payments for that. But for private school, yes, you have to make payments. So you pay your school fees, and also most private schools, they do have uniforms that they give to their students, or they expect the students to wear. Private schools do wear uniforms. Students attend 30 different grades each year in the system, starting from kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and so on until grade 12. So you see, the school system here in Canada is different. Starting from daycare, which is also government funded, a little bit of assistance from the government, until you enroll your child in the kindergarten or maybe elementary school or middle grade. You can take them to public school if you think that is best for you, and that is free. Remember that. You're only responsible for the books and every other thing they will need in school. Alright, I believe I've been able to answer their questions and also answer another person that thinks this video is important to them as well. Alright, thank you. My next topic will also be very, 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 very interesting because I want to shape in a little bit about finance. Remember I mentioned in my introduction video I'll be talking about finance. So do not forget to click on your notification button so as soon as I drop my videos, you will get notified and be the first to watch them. Alright guys, have a good one. Stay safe. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't. Please like, share, comment. Bye for now. See you all later.